are listening to the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast.
All right, welcome to this week's episode of the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast. My name is Todd, and with me, as always, are the Luigi and Yoshi to my Mario, Dave and Jerry. How you guys doing today?
Whoa, motherfucker. Did you just fucking Luigi and Yoshi us?
I did.
He really did.
Now, we gotta figure out, now, before this even fucking starts, we need to figure out who the Yoshi is.
Dave.
I can accept that.
He lays eggs. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, Dave, you're definitely the Yoshi.
How do you figure?
I don't know. I just feel like it works.
I mean, I think it works.
You know more about lizards than anyone.
There you go.
You're
You're the Lizard King.
By the way, we do have two other special guests with us.
We do also have two other special guests. We have a Toad and a Princess Peach.
Shotgun toes.
Hey, you have the hair for it. You have the hair for it.
Oh, the luscious locks.
We have Ben and Friday with us. No, we have Ben and Zach.
Oh, yeah, party every day.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to your very first time on the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast. How you guys doing?
Thank you for having me, Todd. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so sorry for what you're about to do.
Jerry, you got to talk more into the microphone, man.
Instead of Toad, can I be Bowser?
Sure. The Bowser and Princess Peach.
There we go.
All right. So, for those that are curious as to what we are talking about this week on the podcast, my little intro was a little bit of a hint. We are talking about video games, vintage or old school, more modern, old school versus modern. We're going to throw in some stuff about arcade games. So, yeah, we're going to be kind of all over the place.
Can we talk about video games that should have been made that haven't?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I want video games that they should also bring back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going to start that off real quick. Just a little note. I want a remake of Battletoads.
Oh,
Yeah,
God. Did they make
Toads
those?
too.
They made a couple of them.
Like a few years ago, actually.
I don't think I am familiar with Battletoads.
What? How are you not familiar with Battletoads?
I don't know. I've just never heard.
Battletoads were... What was it? It was a Sega game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about
so
fighting
Genesis.
frogs.
Yeah, they
Or
were
toads.
toads,
Yeah.
obviously.
Are they
Yeah,
did, like,
they were
toad-like things?
they were
Or
like alien-like toads. It was almost like a rip-off of Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Oh, no, it was a rip-off.
Oh, it was a
It was
total
made to
rip-off of
compete with
Ninja
them.
Turtles, but it was basically, it was giant toads that fought aliens.
Yeah.
I got one better for you. Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim was cool.
Great
Yeah.
game.
I think that would be great with today's graphics. I think that would be good.
Motherfucking Paperboy.
Paperboy, they'd give him a cannon.
Esports.
See, here's something that could be
Sort of
fun.
has its successors with, that like Switch Fit games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's not the same.
but with that, Double Dragon.
Oh, Double
That
Dragon
would
would
be
be
a good remake.
fantastic.
Double Dragon would be a lot of
I
fun.
don't think I'm familiar with that one either.
Double
How are you
Dragon.
not?
Oh,
How are you older than me? And you don't?
That's back when games were a quarter. There was two ninjas. It was two white guys, and they fought these bad marauders in a town to try to save this girl.
Okay.
And they never could.
I
But-
got the Aladdin video game. And
I mean, I like the Aladdin
from
video game.
on Sega Genesis. Yeah.
Well, I didn't have my parents
A
watching
B
me.
C A A B B
Up, down,
A
down,
A
left, right,
B
left,
A.
right, B A start.
That something like that. That was like the cheat code to get infinite apples to throw at the guards. But so
How
we're
about
like
Golden Axe?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sticks to snakes.
The snakes.
Star Fox.
Star Fox. Yeah.
Star Fox was awesome on Nintendo.
Star Fox
Absolutely
was the
awesome. That was one of
best,
the best
man.
flight space games.
It was
One of the
so
first
cool.
Flight space games.
Fucking Slippy. Fucking hate Slippy.
Oh my god.
Bastard
Star
could never
Fox.
die.
Star Fox.
All right. So a video game I would love for him to make is Chappie.
The Chappie.
Okay.
Chappie game.
You are obsessed with Chappie.
I love Chappie.
I like it. We are going to have a Chappie marathon. We are going to come in here. For those, quick side note, we are recording for the first time ever today in the famous Taggart family cabana out in the backyard. There is, it's a garage that has a cabana. It's a bar. There's TVs. A TV, not TVs, not plural. It is cold as fuck right now. We are outside. It is the middle of March, but still fun. We are here having a good old time. So, yeah. Speaking of that, we're going to have a Chappie marathon in the cabana. We are just going to watch Chappie over and over and over again.
Well, maybe Real
And,
Steel.
and Real Steel in there to throw it off.
We're going to have a 24-hour marathon of Chappie with a 1-hour break for Real Steel.
It's like
Like Christmas Story.
it's like Christmas Story.
Jeez.
All right, all right.
my God.
I loved Real Steel.
All right, who can name
yeah.
all the robots? Who wants to go on a robot contest naming party? at Real
Wait,
Steel?
for
All right.
like, what do you, for, like, what's the
Well, like,
criteria?
I say Adam. You say
Like the
Twin
robots
Cities.
from Real Steel.
Real
Steel.
Steel?
Okay.
Twin Cities. There's Zeus. Yeah, I'm done after that.
Yeah. Like I was gonna say, if you're talking about robots in general, then we got ourselves a competition.
Terminator.
John,
RoboCop,
Johnny 5,
Johnny
and
5.
209.
the 209, Jaeger Prime.
Dude, you can't bring up Transformers, dog.
That wasn't. That
Talk
was.
for hours.
That was. Oh crap! Now you made me lose my train of focus. What was that? The kaiju movie with the robots.
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't understand how they had to synergize. Like,
Oh, that
I thought that
stuff-
was
that
silly.
was
Did
so
they make a
dumb.
Pacific Rim video game?
They
mean, they
probably
did.
did.
Probably-
Like, do
they
you
did,
get
yeah.
like I operate the joystick, you do the buttons?
Probably. Probably something like that.
I feel like there was a point in time where they were making video games for just about anything. I'm pretty sure there was a Pretty Woman video game at some point.
Dude, they had Goat Simulator, Farm Tractor Simulator.
The simulator
Any
games
show.
are where it's at, all right?
Mm-hmm.
They got Euro Truck Simulator,
Euro
okay?
Truck Simulator is fun.
What's
They-
Euro
So
Truck
much fun.
Simulator? They're
It's
lorries.
just trucking.
It's just trucking. There's no.
Like Ice Road Truckers?
Yeah, you're just trucking. You're buying trucks. You're hiring employees, and you're taking loads.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds like an awful game.
It sounds like a terrible game.
It sounds awful. It sounds terrible. It's phenomenal.
I want absolutely no part of that.
You say that until you try it, and you'll be like, I could sit here for like 3 hours after smoking a joint. and then just,
But at least Goat Simulator.
I do
they're
not
going around
smoke.
doing weird
I don't know
goaty
what you're
stuff.
talking about.
oh, sorry. This is a good Christian podcast. Fuck off.
Good Christian podcast. Exactly.
I'm a heathen.
We're all heathens. It's okay.
All my friends are heathens.
There's actually a heathen song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called
It
Heathens.
was
It's called
featured-
Suicide Squad.
It was featured on Suicide Squad.
The first one?
Yeah.
I hated that.
By 21
It's a
Pilots.
really good song. I would play it, but it's licensed, and I don't feel like getting sued.
I'll just sing it. Don't worry about it.
Dude, I look so forward to Birds of Prey, and that was such an awful movie.
I kind of liked it.
I didn't hate it, but it was not good.
It wasn't great, but I kind of liked it. The Suicide Squad, the second one was pretty good.
Like, everybody talks shit on Margot Robbie, but she has been the best live-action Harley Quinn.
Yes, no
She's-
question.
She's literally she is Harley Quinn to what Ryan Reynolds is for Deadpool.
Yes,
She's,
like nobody
it's
else
good.
could play that character.
Like she's like it's
Ben
good.
Affleck?
It's fantastic.
Ben Affleck can play Harley Quinn.
Ben Affleck Deadpool. No, please, please God, no.
So anyway, back to the topic at hand. You know, we're talking about like simulators. One of my favorite things when I used to go to different arcades, and I loved to go to Dave and Buster's. I loved the hunting arcade game.
Oh, like Cabals? I think
Yeah,
it
like
is?
cabals or like deer hunt. Like you basically you have a shotgun and you try and like pop a deer in the head, pop a bear in the head. Yeah, like something about it was so much fun. It was so like it was different.
Note to self: do not go hunting with Todd.
Why? I'm only shooting deer. Maybe.
Now you see,
Jerry's.
here's the part where you don't bring where you don't bring Jerry hunting. My favorite type of simulator game, quote unquote, House of the Dead.
Yep.
I shot people.
I
people
love
are
that
already
game too.
Okay.
Okay.
I
House
love
of the
those
Dead
games
was
where you use
fantastic.
where you get to use a gun, like Time Crisis, House of the Living Dead, the Terminator game, the hunting game. Like I love those things because it's just
do you guys
different.
go back to Duck Hunter? with
Oh,
NES?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Duck Hunt and Super Mario. Like
Stamp that out,
it came at the same. They were on the same cartridge. 99 times out of 100, the game wouldn't work, and you had to do. You had to take it out and jiggle it and sideways and everything, and then if that didn't work,
Yeah,
So-
all spitting at them.
exactly. A little bit of human lubricant.
Remember
That-
how technically we're not supposed to do that,
Right. It actually says do not blow into cartridge.
but nobody ever paid attention to
Right.
that.
Oops.
Yeah. Yeah, because you had to. It's the only way to get it to work. Because then all of a sudden all you would do is, and then you would hear, ding, yay.
Yeah, pretty much. I was gonna say the oldest game console I ever had was the Atari 2600.
Yep, I had one.
And that fucker didn't work unless you blew in the console and the cartridge.
You had to just sleep with it in order to get it to work.
Yeah, you needed to rub its nipples. At
Listen,
least for 10
baby.
minutes.
I need you to work today.
I remember getting a brand new Atari when they first came out.
Jeez.
Old,
Not to show my age, but
old man. Who said fossil?
yeah.
Zach said fossil.
And on that, Pitfall was the best. Defender was the best.
I loved
Okay.
I loved the Spider-Man game for how shitty
That
it
was cool. That was cool.
Just climbing up the skyscraper, avoid the bombs. Shoot your web, miss by a millisecond, and fall all the way down.
That said,
That's it.
you bring that up. I maintain. I don't know if you guys have played these at all, but I maintain that Spider-Man, the one that they made for PlayStation when Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The best Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's an argument for another day. That's an
No,
argument
we're
for
gonna
another
have
day.
that argument in 5 seconds. So continue what you were saying.
Okay. I believe the Spider-Man video games are the best superhero based on comic book video games ever.
Okay, Spider-Man 1 was good for the limitations that they had because they were still testing the waters. Spider-Man 2 was phenomenal.
Yes, agreed.
Spider-Man 2 was the quintessential Spider-Man game for years.
Yes.
Until the Spider-Man for the PS4 came out a few years ago
The one,
by Insomniac.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have that and the Miles Morales one. They're
Yeah.
both very good.
They are so good.
Excellent, absolutely excellent.
But that shows how good Spider-Man 2 was for the
Yeah.
PS2.
Like it was hard to top.
They even came out with Ultimate Spider-Man, and even that was kind of it's okay.
It was
not bad.
too much. It was too graphic-y. Like the other ones were
art
more
style was,
realistic. Yes, it was too cartoony. That's the word I'm looking for. It's too cartoony.
So now we're getting into the topic of what are you talking about?
Oh Jesus!
Well, I was about to say, when we first got an Xbox, it came with
Spider-Man.
Batman, Arkham
Spider-Man.
Asylum.
Oh, I
thought
like
I was
Arkham
just
Asylum.
hitting A to watch a movie.
Pretty much.
Like,
Yeah.
I loved
Like,
But
it was
Arkham
tough for me
Asylum
to
was
get
great.
into.
the Arkham games are awesome.
It was tough for me to get into campaign comic games because I just felt like I was hitting A to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
like-
an interactive movie.
Wait.
Like a Telltale game.
Wait.
Without being
Oh,
able to-
that's why I'm
Arkham
here.
Asylum. We're talking about Arkham Asylum
Yes.
here. You're so full of shit.
Dude,
It was
so
a
bad.
it was a beat 'em up. Don't get me wrong. It was a beat 'em up.
But it's like beat up these three guys. Now watch the rest of the. Here's another 5-minute clip.
Like
beat
it was
up
a
these
great
five
fucking
guys. Watch a
Batman
3-minute
Arkham
clip.
Asylum was a great fucking game.
I liked Arkham Knight better.
If it was a great game, it wouldn't have come with
Eh.
the system.
That's not true. And I'll give you one. I'll give you one game.
Because
that
Call
proves
of
that.
Duty does
Halo
that.
fucking 3.
Halo does that.
Halo-
Call of Duty has
Alright.
done it.
Yeah.
If we're going Halo, Reach was the best campaign. Halo
Reach-
5 best multiplayer.
Halo 5 fucking blew me.
The multiplayer was great.
Halo Infinite.
Oh, dude, I play Infinite. It's alright.
Oh,
Infinite is fantastic.
It's great, but I mean...
Man, watch. You didn't even ash in the
I
ash.
missed, yeah.
You missed.
I fucking missed. But,
Dave!
Yay!
Dave, you're very quiet over there.
I'm just watching
All right.
everything.
And now
I
to
was-
Dave.
I was the game that I was gonna bring up was Twisted Metal.
Oh, the best
Oh,
PlayStation game
absolutely.
ever. Best
PlayStation
soundtrack,
game,
best game.
Twisted
soundtrack,
Metal. All right.
yep.
Sweet Tooth alone. First of all, Twisted Metal Black, probably the scariest game I've ever played in my life. Terrifying. I could never play Twisted Metal Black at night. Nightmares would ensue. Fucking Sweet Tooth was terrifying.
I know, right?
I mean, I got a PlayStation 3 that plays 1, 2, and 3 games just for Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Well, and Street Fighter, but
Well, yeah, of course.
You guys remember that PS3? They tried charging $800 fucking dollars for that guy because it was backwards compatible, and everybody there was such a big backlash that they were like, "Fine, getting rid of the backwards compatibility. Now it's $500. How's that sound?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, we'll buy it."
I scored mine for $100.
Because now you can find them for
that-
dirt cheap.
That was
Yeah.
how
My
I
buddy's
got
dad
my
was like, "Are you kidding me? I
Xbox
spent fucking
360.
$800 on this PS3."
1, 2s, and 3s,
Yeah.
though.
Well, 1, 2, and 3s, yeah.
Dave, you're way too talkative over there.
Oh yeah.
What's going on?
just Dave.
No,
Feel free to
I'm
tell us to
thinking.
shut the fuck up.
I've just been watching and listened to the back and forth. Another game that came to my mind was the Ratchet and Clank series.
I love Ratchet and Clank.
I never got
my
into
first,
Ratchet and Clank.
like platforming beat 'em up, if you'd
Yeah.
call that, like action adventure. That
Yeah.
was my first like true dive into those games.
All right, what was everyone's favorite Wii game, excluding Wii Sports and Mario Kart?
Oh damn! It was Mario Kart. Like that was my favorite.
For the Wii,
I mean, Guitar
Monster
Hero.
Lab.
Actually, Dragon Ball Z Tenchi Budokai like 5 or whatever, or 3.
Guitar Hero.
Guitar
All right.
Real
I've
Steel
never played
2.
Guitar Hero.
I love. All right, we
not the robot game, or is it called Real Steel? It's an old Western style fusion with Japanese like samurai stuff.
Did it have zombies in it too?
It was a fantastic game. Like you controlled the Wii remote controlled the sword, and you can pull out nunchuck. You can pull the nunchuck for the revolver,
Yeah.
and it was great. It was fantastic. Like the gameplay was fluid, the story was decent.
I'm just listening. Go ahead.
Like it was really really fun. It was
Yeah.
great.
I never really played the Wii. Like my brother had the Wii. You know, he would play some things. Like he would play.
Your brother, the one that likes Nightcrawler?
Don't start it.
What's wrong with Nightcrawler?
Don't start it.
Start the thing.
Nightcrawler.
That's for a different day. We will have that discussion on a different day. We will do an entire episode. We'll bring my brother over. We will have an entire episode
Bring his
of
brother. We'll
Ben
bring
and
you.
Steven arguing.
comparing superheroes another day.
Talking about the
Look
motherfucker
forward
that
to
uses
that in the future.
Juggernaut.
God.
Dude,
Look-
Juggernaut is the man.
All right. Looking forward to that in the future. Anyway, so what I was saying, my brother had the Wii, so he always played like Super Smash Brothers and stuff like that. I never really got into it. I would play Mario Kart. I would play Guitar Hero. You know, my friend had those. Those were fun because you got to like steer when you had the wheel, and it was fun. I loved it.
Yeah, that $10 piece of plastic.
Right?
Yep.
It's a $3 piece of plastic that they charge like $90 for.
I had the fishing rod.
Yeah. So, you ever want to know the most useless peripherals that way? The fucking golf club and tennis
Yep,
rackets.
absolutely.
Oh,
I will say I loved. Oh, there you go, Super Mario Tennis. I
Okay.
loved playing Super Mario
Wii
Tennis.
tennis was even.
Wii
you know what I
tennis.
like?
Wii Tennis was
Wii
really
Tennis.
cool.
Super Mario Strikers, the soccer game.
Oh, geez.
I don't even remember that
had
one.
that?
Yeah.
I don't recall that one.
Super Mario Strikers.
I don't know if you can
was
lean
a
back.
Fantastic game. Fetch the man a beer.
Sorry, Todd's in a
Boy,
bad
you.
spot in front of the fridge here. Nightcrawler's a bitch.
Well, listen, man. If you're gonna continue to just lie, we're gonna have a fight.
Isn't a nightcrawler a worm?
Dude, yes. It's bait.
And so is this conversation, and we're not gonna have it.
All right. Anyway. Anyway, so the game so we're talking about the Wii. The game that I really had trouble with, going back to Wii Sports, the boxing.
I love the boxing. I
I
love
was
the
actually
boxing
good with the
training
boxing.
games.
It was
even.
such a workout.
Yeah.
That was the point.
I
was the
know.
point.
I
Get kids
I
off
nearly
their ass.
died.
It was physical exertion.
I nearly fucking died just trying to beat the shit out of my friend. At one point, I actually hit him. But that's another story altogether.
All right. Do you all know the hack to knock down all the 100 pins at the end
What?
of the training game?
What?
Where you go all the way off to the right and you roll the ball along the metal edge and it goes in.
No, I didn't know.
It drops a bomb and all 100 pins drop. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I was
Like,
just going to say you
progressively
throw the
gets larger
controller
pins?
at the TV, but
I didn't know about that. Huh?
Damn, old dog knows new tricks.
all right. So Grandpa's teaching us something.
Yeah.
Grandpa Ben. Oh man. So all right. So Ben, you are big into arcade games. That's kind of your thing.
I love player versus player games.
Okay.
Absolutely love them.
I'm
All
gonna
the
bring
Street
Dead or Alive
Fighters,
one day.
Soul Calibur, not Rampage. What was the one where the
I love
dinosaurs fought?
Primal Instinct.
Primal Instinct.
Yep.
Okay.
Very underrated
Oh,
player versus player game.
So fan, it was great.
It's fucking dinosaurs fighting.
See, my brother loves those types of games. Like he's big into all the Mortal Kombats and Street Fighters. I think he had Injustice, the DC comic
All right,
one.
no one's good at both Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter.
Oh, my
I'm
brother's
not good at either. of
my
those,
brother's
so-
very good at Mortal Kombat. I don't know how he is at Street Fighter. He used
Yeah,
to.
no one's good at both.
He used to have Marvel vs. Capcom on Xbox.
Awesome game.
Yeah.
I cannot wait till that comes up the street.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, I'm not going to promote anything. There is a vintage arcade place around the corner from where we are right now. I'm not going into details because I'm not getting paid for it.
But they just
But
got the X-Men game.
They're getting the X-Men game in. They're getting Marvel vs. Capcom in. They have all kinds of cool shit there. So hit us up on our private messages. DM us. That's what it is. DM us. We'll let you know where it is and what it is, and we'll go from there. So
Support
Support
local
your local
business.
it's
arcades.
supporting local business.
And honest to God, it's cheap.
It is cheap.
Yeah.
It's like
You pay per hour.
it's like
$8.
$12 and you can be there the entire day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can rent the place out if you really wanted to. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, getting back to games. Now, it's been well established I'm a wrestling fan. Jerry, keep your mouth shut. I'm going to mute your microphone.
Did he? No, he didn't. He wouldn't dare.
Okay.
Did they have any gladiator wrestling games?
I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. I liked. Still have my copy of Raw, SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
It's the
a
SmackDown vs.
fantastic
Raw
game.
games were really good. So the new WWE game just came out today. Today is Friday, the 11th. We are the 11th. Yeah, we are recording. Full disclosure. Look behind that curtain. So the newest WWE 2K22 just came out today, but I maintain I haven't had it long.
Yeah.
I played it a little bit, but I maintain the best all-time WWE game was WWF No Mercy. I don't know if anybody ever played it. It was on N64.
I don't think I
It
have.
was such a good game. That followed by WrestleMania 2000. They were both so good. If you get an opportunity I think my brother even has an old N64. He may have sold it actually.
He better
But
not have.
I don't know. He got a lot of money for it if he did. I know that. But no, it's such a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I maintain the best wrestling game of all time.
All right, the best game on Nintendo 64 of all times.
Conquers Bedford.
Pod Racers, Star Wars.
Get out.
Dude, it was awesome.
You're not welcome here anymore.
You're not a Star Wars fan.
No, I'm a Star Wars fan, and Pod Racers was a
Dude,
was
that
a
was
good game.
the bomb. when that came out on Nintendo 64.
But fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day is the best N64 game that has ever existed.
Not even like Majora's Mask or the Zelda game.
That's
No,
for Jerry.
those are iconic and those are historic, but
I actually
Conker's
haven't
Bad Fur
played
Day.
the 64.
They even had Doom.
What, Dave?
Ever? You've never played 64?
I've played like at like a cousin's house, but then I haven't played ever since. So
Huh.
like I've only played the N64 games.
All right, Steven, if you're
What's
listening to this, you need to set up that N64. We are going to have an N64 party that's happening. We are going to have a 90s style party with. It's going to be crazy. Surge, Doritos 3D.
Dude, what?
Surge.
He said it, and my addiction crept. That was. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was
Jerry's
unseemly of me.
eyes just bulged out of his
Grew
skull.
3 sizes this day.
Oh,
If
God,
you-
my arm is twitching.
If you've ever seen,
If you don't know what Surge is,
Igor, if you've ever seen Igor from Young Frankenstein, that was Jerry for a second. Just the eyes bulging out of his head.
If you don't know what Surge is, it's all. I got this. I got this. I'm a professional. I got this,
You're welcome.
sir.
I fixed his microphone and he got angry with me. Jerry, stop filleting the microphone, please.
Fillet. It's my microphone. I can fillet whatever the fuck I want.
Oh my god, this podcast is crazy today.
Well, if you don't know what Surge is, Surge was Coca-Cola's competition for the Mountain Dew.
Oh, and it was certainly competition. It had more
fantastic.
more caffeine in it
More sugar.
per ounce than Mountain Dew can even produce in a year.
Actually,
it
Mountain
was
Dew has more
crazy.
sugar.
and who is the Surge fucking road warrior? If you needed somebody to find some Surge,
Yeah.
who is it?
Yeah, I
Dude, how
need
many
you to
Surges
find
did
me
we
some
buy?
Surge.
Like store to store.
You don't
Cleaning them
understand.
out from like here to Erie, Lake Erie.
I have
Oh my God.
That was an
$200 with
awesome
your name
day.
on it if you get me Surge.
Yo, I was straight up asking people in convenience stores, like, you got any in the back?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm waiting for Jerry to start like, I'll suck your dick for some Surge, man.
That,
We
it'll never
filled
get
up
that
your
bad.
SUV with Surge from here all the way to Erie.
And I
Lake
had
Erie,
Surge
back.
for literally 4 months. And then I had my friends going, "What's Surge?" And then I'd pull out a can and start drinking it. And they're like, "Can I have one?" I'm like, "Fuck no."
Do you still have the shirt?
Yeah, I
He's
still got the shirt.
Sweet.
he's still jittery. Just so you're aware, he's still shaking
That's good.
from that much Surge.
First gift I ever got Jerry for Christmas was a Surge T-shirt.
It was fantastic. I love it.
Okay.
He turns into Bane.
Oh man,
Bane.
it's like he turns into Popeye.
Jesus fucking Christ. A 16-ounce, one single can. They're selling it on fucking Amazon for $80.
Well, and I used to find those things for 99 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had him at Wawa for a while.
Well,
Yeah,
once
oh,
you
yeah,
get
man.
out near like Harrisburg to Lake Erie, you can find them at every gas station
Well,
and just clean them out.
You know what you have to do, right? You have to go to get me my Surge. They're
Jerry's
laughing.
about to
I'm
go
not.
murder.
I haven't had a Surge in
That was a good day.
6 months.
Let's take a drive. We'll take a drive out to Lake Erie.
Yep, and if I don't get my Surge, somebody's going to be taking a dip in Lake Erie. A
Dave.
permanent
Dude,
one.
I got Jerry
Why you
on
on
a
here?
platform that was 318 feet high in the air, standing on glass.
That was
that
was
day.
frightening. I still have pictures.
Okay.
Send them to me. I got a new phone. I don't have them anymore.
So anyway, back to the topic at hand: video games. So, still, I want to go back to talking about arcade games. I don't know if you guys remember this one. All right, there was a boxing arcade game that came out years ago.
We talking about the one that ends with Mike Tyson?
I don't know if it was Mike Tyson, but it was the one. It had blue and red like handles and joysticks that looked like boxing gloves. And like you basically shook the machine the entire time.
Super Punch Out?
No. This was in the arcade.
Hold on.
Punch Out was one of the best boxing games ever.
Y'all ever play the Tower of Terror?
Oh, I want to.
I went on that ride at MGM.
No,
That
no,
shit was
the
crazy.
arcade game.
No.
It's supposed to quote unquote shock you, but what it does is it's two metal rods that you hold, and it starts to vibrate.
Oh, I
It starts
remember
to
that game.
vibrate
Yeah.
violently at the end. That shit could hurt your bones.
Does anyone here have that new VR headset, that
Yeah,
Oculus
I've
or
got the
anything?
Oculus too. Yeah.
Serious? Is
Yeah.
it cool?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, if you get.
Is your mic on, dude?
It is. I'm just.
Oh, you're fine.
All right, so the game was called Title Fight. Then we'll get back to the Oculus. So this is what it looked like.
Yeah, I remember that
I've
game.
never
All right.
seen that.
You've never seen that?
Never seen
Oh, I've
that.
seen that.
No.
Yeah. So this thing was so crazy because the way that it worked, you put your hands in the gloves, and they were basically like, if you look at it, they were joysticks, right? So the gloves are joysticks, and you basically
Yeah.
would punch, and you'd basically be shaking the entire machine. It seemed like you were going to break the machine in every single fight, but it was so cool. Like, I want to find one. If anybody knows where one might be, please let me know, because
And if you
I
happen
really
know
want to
where
play it.
Surge is,
Well, my game like that. Anyone ever play Afterburner? The one that was in like a circle and it tilted forward
Yes.
and backwards?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was a jet fighter playing game?
Yeah.
If you find one of them anywhere, I would love to own one in the house.
That would be awesome.
there was an old over in over
Like
in
that's on the list. If I had like my own arcade, that would be in it.
fair. You know that old that old rundown town center. Over
I don't hang out in rundown town centers. I've been in some shady
No,
spots.
like
dude.
what used to be it used to be Echelon Mall.
Yeah, it used to be the Echelon. Mall.
Okay, all right.
They used to have an arcade there, and before they were going under, they started selling off their arcade games, and they were dirt friggin' cheap too. Like you could get a full working thing of Dance Dance Revolution for $200, but you had to haul it.
I don't know if you guys remember this
I
one.
can't see it.
This was a
Yes,
VR
yes.
arcade game.
Dude, I haven't done many of the VR arcade games because, one,
I've done one of those.
Yeah.
you're putting someone else's like sweaty shit on your face.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I always wipe them down.
So, quick side note. You know what? Never mind. We'll talk about this
I use
after.
public toilet paper. I don't bring my own wipes.
Shame on you.
Not prepared for that comment.
Oh man. Okay.
Some motherfuckers bring their own wipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whatever.
I mean, I bring wipes.
Nightcrawler's a bitch.
Oh
Full
my
circle.
god.
Full circle.
So, any other video games? Dave, you're very quiet. I know why you're very quiet. We're not going to go into why you're very quiet tonight.
Stone.
Dave is a good
Dave!
angel
Well,
boy.
video games and that go hand in hand.
Right, they absolutely do.
I mean, I can't tell you how many hours I wasted playing Twisted Metal 2.
Twisted Metal 2 was really good. yeah.
Like,
Realistically, he wasn't actually playing. He was
You're-
just so high that he thought he was playing. He was actually just looking at a blank screen.
The title screen.
Right? It was actually the title screen. It was the demo screen that he played over and over and over
God.
again.
well, originally when PlayStation 1 first came out, I bought it when it was $200.
Right.
Just for Street Fighter. Just for Street Fighter. And then Twisted Metal came out, and that was life-changing.
I was gonna say God of War or
God of War's
Gears
excellent.
of War.
Gears of War.
I never got into Gears of War. For some reason, I struggle with like the
first person.
yeah,
or
the
something.
first
bad.
some first person shooters.
Yeah,
All right.
Suck it.
but
All right.
But
God of War was really good.
What was
God
the
of
name of
War's a
that army game we
fantastic
used to play?
Army game?
The one on PC. Like I
Command
don't
and
play many
Conquer?
PC
Battlefield
games.
Heroes.
Battlefield Heroes.
Okay.
Have anyone here ever played that?
I've never played it. I
That
know
was
of it
my
though.
favorite
Dynasty
online
Warriors.
PC game.
So
It's really
my
funny
brother,
story with that, too.
my brother loved Dynasty Wars. I got really into Dynasty
Dynasty
Warriors. That
Warriors
shit
was
was
so
fun to
good.
play.
I remember getting Dynasty Warriors 3
Mm-hmm.
and going through with all the characters to try to get their like ultimate tier weapon,
Right.
and it just depends on what match you were in, what the conditions were. It's fucking awesome.
All right, so I'm gonna throw something out there. I used to play this on MS DOS. For those that need
Happy
to know,
Wheels. Happy Wheels.
Duke Nukem.
Okay.
Oh,
Duke, I actually have the Duke Nukem collection on my Switch.
Okay, Duke Nukem 3D on MS DOS. That game was the shit. That's the first time I heard, I'm going to rip off your head and shit down your neck. Such a great line. Such a great line.
I think it was like Alien Invaders or Space Invaders on the like PS2.
Okay.
You can use their telekinesis powers and like you're going around killing humans. It's
Interesting.
fucking hilarious.
Destroy all humans.
That's it. That's it.
They just came out with a remastered of that.
They did.
Yeah, for the PS4. It's
It's
fantastic.
hilarious.
Oh,
Okay.
Destroy all humans. Like you were one of those like big-headed, big-eyed, like gray aliens.
But you
And
have
you were
like
like
short
our
legs and short arms.
Like our boss.
You were tasked to take over the world, and you got so many different weapons and powers you can use. Oh, it was beautiful.
Jay Bright, what are we going to do tomorrow night?
The
Gonna
same thing
try
we do
to
every
take
night,
over the
Todd.
world.
Try to coherently get stoned and make a podcast.
I am coherently stoned, so it's perfectly fine.
The
Anyway,
fact that he's saying he is coherently stoned means he's not fine.
Those are the big ones for me.
Yeah. Burn that. Light that up again. Dude.
I mean,
anyway,
the other one, even though it's old by today's standards, Skyrim.
Jesus.
Dude, Skyrim.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to watch Zach play that, and I didn't understand it at all.
no,
what
my,
the
my
fuck was
brother
going
plays
on.
it. I
Like,
have
you
no
lost
idea
that.
what's
You
happening.
hit- you hit
Dude, he
things.
was like killing dogs and like levitating them and shit.
I was shooting Skyrim as a kid, and I would just chop wood and then sell it so that I could just make a shit ton of money. So I'd be like level 3 and I'd have like fucking like 60,000 gold, and then I would just walk around and buy shit. That's really all I did
Alright.
in the game.
So speaking
I-
of,
Sorry, let me interject real fast. Only because it involves Skyrim.
go ahead.
I used to go into full-on personas when playing Skyrim. I would make characters
Like
and get
backstory and stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I had an assassin Khajiit named Chef Weefwee. His entire goal was to poison people any way possible, and the only armor he ever wore was a chef's uniform. And I would just run around on my horse, and all of a sudden, the guards start chasing me. All you hear is, "I am Chef Weefwee!" Like it was chaotic, and I loved it. I had so many different characters, and I like how Todd's fucking with the audio right now.
Well, because you were screaming, I am Chef Weeby. I'm like, okay.
Don't want me to
like
talk
the-
too loud. Don't want me to talk too soft. Make up your fucking mind.
All right, just to bring up a very popular video game, and it's a good judge of character. Minecraft. Are you peaceful, survival, or creative?
I'm hardcore.
Oh,
Fucking
good
A.
fucking.
My
Like,
man,
it's-
gotta fucking kill skeletons while you're playing. Otherwise, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? Like, I'm literally a part of a realms right now where like
Yeah.
literally we all have different jobs.
Most people I know play creative. I'm like, dude, why?
You do create if you just want to build something.
No. I need that edge.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh no, like that's
that's
absolutely yeah.
dude. Something's
Okay.
against you.
Like I'm like my job in the Minecraft realm right now is I'm a miner / kelp farmer.
What interesting fact I know about Minecraft? The guy Notch, he outbid Jay-Z and Beyonce on a house.
Yeah. Then sold it
yeah.
to Microsoft.
I'm so confused because I've never played Minecraft.
I have never played Minecraft.
Good for you.
Likewise, I have
You
never.
don't have kids either.
I have never played Fortnite. And
Well, I watched
have
him play
played
Fortnite. It's kind of funny.
I
back
will.
in its prime,
I will
dude.
keep
It was okay.
those things.
I played
A
Fortnite
fact.
before it became a battle royale. Okay.
Yeah.
What was the tower defense game I used to play on Xbox?
What?
Where there was like a warrior, a magician, and they had towers and shit, and they fought off the goblins.
Dungeon Defenders.
Dungeon Defenders.
Yes.
Like,
that
it
game
was-
I
it
played
was
the
like
most.
a tower defense, but
like
I bought that
like
on
when
But
he
it's
would
like
play
third
Minecraft,
person.
then when he went to bed, I played Dungeon Defenders all
dude,
night.
I still play Dungeon Defenders.
Dude, it was fucking awesome.
I love Dungeon Defenders.
Anyway,
No. He's recording, man. Go
I'm
to
sorry.
Dave.
I'm sorry, Todd. we were taking too much time away
Something-
from you. I'm sorry.
Something
No.
else I was gonna say.
Dungeon
Metroid.
Defenders. It all started. I got
Metroid.
some legendary weapon, accidentally sold
And-
it. I had like
and the
infinite
Zelda
money.
game.
So
okay.
I'll just get the
The
warrior with the
Ocarina of
big
Time.
fist and just knock motherfuckers out.
So I'm gonna bring up what Dave just talked about. He mentioned Metroid.
Oh, Metroid was great.
Metroid's a classic,
People freaked out so hard when they realized
Did they
Samus
ever
was
make a
woman.
He-Man game?
right?
He-Man.
I don't think
Like
so.
with all the memes and shit, you think they would make a fucking at least a Skeletor game these days.
I think so.
I mean, I feel like that should be made.
Skeletor merch.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, so there's an interesting. Well, take a second. What's a game that you think should be made that's potentially, and I'm not saying hasn't, I'm saying potentially never been made?
Certainly He-Man.
He-Man. Okay.
The one that I was thinking of immediately was Gundam.
They've made
No.
games.
There's Gundam games.
There's
Yeah, but
Gundam games out there. I even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my nephew plays that shit all the time.
Are you talking about like where you can use parts of Gundams and like build your own?
Yeah.
There's a mobile game for that. It's called Gundam Breakers.
We haven't gotten into mobile stuff yet, but that's a good segue into it.
I used to play it.
Fair enough.
I
I haven't heard of it. So
Yeah, they have like it's pretty much it's based off of an anime called Build Fighters,
yeah.
where that you could literally build your Gundam and then use like a video game to fight it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was.
Now, are we
Okay.
talking about games that should be made based on movies or anything?
Just a game that you like. I mean, you could base it off a movie. You could base it off a comic book. Like, I have always wanted to see an Avengers, like an actual story Avengers
Like
movie.
a campaign game.
Like a campaign game with real good graphics. Like, I would love to play as Captain America
The
or Iron
Avengers.
Man.
But it's always player versus player.
The Avengers. I mean, there's literally that game.
Is it a
It just
campaign?
came out. Yeah, it literally just came out last year. It's called The Avengers.
Then I need to get
It's
this.
made by Square Enix.
See, I saw that. I really thought it was like a fighting game.
No, it's a campaign game. It's not great. Like, it's got problems.
All right,
but
so
it exists.
so we're gonna edit this, not in post. We're gonna edit this now. I would like a good Avengers game,
Good fucking luck.
or even if it's not a.
Ultimate Alliance isn't terrible.
Ultimate Alliance 3 was kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
I want them to remake Ninja Turtles.
I want you to remake Ninja Turtles.
I might. I will make a ton of money doing so.
Probably.
The video game or the movie?
Yes,
The-
Because
Yes.
that last movie was terrible.
they are making. Quick side
we need to
note:
bring back the suits.
Seth Rogen is in the process of making a reboot of the original Ninja Turtles. If you look, it's CGI, but it's the old school look, where they don't look like.
They don't look
Humans.
like actual turtles, but mutated. Like this is gonna look
A little
more
bit more
cartoony.
humanesque. Yeah.
Right.
That's fine. Make it cartoony.
So
All right.
All right, actual game that should exist.
Difficult decision.
Have they ever made a good Aliens game? Like
They did.
Yes,
Sigourney Weaver?
Alien Isolation.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
It's basically you are going around a ship as you're Ripley's daughter,
yep.
and you're literally just trying to evade the one alien. And the AI is the AI has like AI brains in it.
Okay.
It's so fucking. I'm gonna send you a video when I get home.
It's a good game.
It's a great game,
Okay.
and it's terrifying.
Because I played some on Sega before that were terrible.
I remember
Terrible.
they had it. It was on either PlayStation or PlayStation 2. They had an Aliens game that was really good. I only ever played like a little bit when I rented it from Blockbuster. Throwback.
Yep.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So I remember I played it a little bit, but it wasn't really like I never really got into it. It was terrifying though, because like all of a sudden out of nowhere, some alien will just latch onto your face and start humping your
Or like
face, and
make like a new Alien versus Predator.
yeah,
Like a good Alien versus Predator.
yeah,
That was one that I was thinking of, like, or just Predator. Period.
that would be cool.
They do have a Predator game.
Yeah, I just remembered that.
I think it's
they
called
did.
Predator Hunting Grounds or something.
I think
like
it's
that.
something like that. Yeah.
Well,
It's
not
not
to
bad.
shift horror movies.
It's
but
called Dateline.
all the Friday the 13th games were terrible.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The latest Friday the 13th game was pretty good.
Well,
I had a
I'm
blast.
talking
with
about
that
the
game.
old ones, dude.
The old
Well,
one.
you can't
Like, I
say
gave
all
up
of
on
them,
the
and then I
shit.
mentioned a good one. and
I
you're
mean,
like,
I
I'm
gave
not
up
talking
like
about
on the
that
second one. Like, this is fucking awful.
Like they came out one for like the PC and PlayStation 4 and stuff like that. You're literally playing as Jason versus people playing as counselors. And like they stopped doing stuff with it because they lost a lawsuit about it. But it's a phenomenal game.
One game on Xbox I always wanted to play, and I don't know if any of you played it. I think it was called Evolution. Like one person.
Evolve.
Evolve. Yeah. Like that one always looked cool, and I never played it.
It looked cool. It
had-
played like shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Like I almost
Yeah.
wanted to get that system just to play that game, and then I was like,
shit.
I got it
That's like buying a mini
when it
disc
was
player.
like $5 for the copy,
I got it
and
when it was free.
It was,
That was still too
okay.
much.
All right, say too much, man. It was that bad. But the concept was cool.
the
Oh, yeah.
concept itself sounded great.
Like I imagine
the
when it,
execution was horrible.
That opened up the doors for games that like, are way more successful.
well, and to get an old dog like me to play newer game systems, like I like Battlefield, the Star Wars one where you're all running around
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shooting shit. That was cool. But Evolve looked really awesome.
Like because of Evolve, they're like the asymmetrical games, like 1v4, 1v
Yeah.
whatever, that's skyrocketed. There's a game called Dead by Daylight, where it's literally one killer versus 4 survivors trying
Okay.
to escape, and it's beautiful. And it never would have existed without Evolve.
Now, wasn't that all based on the concept from the multiplayer from Halo 5?
Not exactly.
They had one called like Zombies, where like the,
Yeah,
I was
the,
gonna say,
the non-dead
Dead
guys
by-
had shotguns and the other guys just.
I mean, that was
Left-
Halo. That was
like
Halo
left or
3.
right.
Was that Halo 3 they started
I
that?
always had that in Halo.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know anything
Oh.
before that, but I know it was that in Halo 3.
I was watching him play the shit. So I had to sneak in when he was sleeping.
So last thing I'm gonna bring up. You know, I don't know how much time you guys have put into this. At one point, I put in a shit ton of time. Grand Theft Auto.
Never played. Never played.
Never played, dude. It is
Never
your
played.
game. It is your game. All right, that's it. I'm bringing over my Xbox. We're gonna play Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, when Grand Theft Auto came out, Zach was, in second or third grade, and it was like, oh, this is bad. You know, you don't want your kid playing this. They're killing hookers and like
Yeah, we
stealing
don't-
cars.
My nephew, I once let him play Grand Theft Auto 5. He was 10 or 9 or something like that. My sister found out and she's like, "The fuck is wrong with you?"
Dude, I remember I had a nephew I caught playing Doom at like 5.
Uh-huh.
He ran around with a chainsaw.
Doom was the
motherfuckers'
shit,
heads
too.
off and shit. Like
Doom
the
was
original
shit.
Doom.
Right.
When I was younger, I played the original Saw video game, based off of the
Oh,
Saw
Jesus.
movies.
That was a video game?
They made 2 games out of it.
Yeah. They were terrible.
Cut your arm off. Okay. It's a video game.
Oh yeah, it was terrible, but like when you were younger, it's fucking terrible.
No, what they have to do, they have to do a Saw virtual reality.
Yeah,
game.
now we're talking.
Or Silence of the Lambs virtual reality game.
There's a game that you should have. Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
They made Resident Evil 4 for the VR. It's a lot
Oh
of fun. I
my
have
god.
If we were talking about scary games, when Resident Evil first came out, that scared the
Dude,
shit out of me.
I remember
The video game.
on PlayStation 2, I played It was either PlayStation 1 or 2. I played Resident Evil 2. That was terrifying.
It was terrifying. Absolutely
terrifying, yeah.
Because it was always dark when you played it. You were
Yep.
alone.
Yep.
Maybe you were fucked up.
Also, another game that really scared the shit out of me, Max Payne.
I didn't play that.
I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah, I
Max Payne
remember,
at all.
but
He
it
was a
wasn't really that
detective.
scary.
But there was one scene I remember.
Didn't they make a movie out of that too?
Yeah,
That
they
game-
made a movie. It was Mark Wahlberg. It was terrible. Terrible movie. But the video game was really cool. One thing that scared the shit out of me, there was a scene in the game where he was like either unconscious or he was drugged or something along those lines.
Having sex with Nightcrawler.
It's very possible.
What is your obsession?
We'll get into it after we're done. We'll get into it after we're done. But there was an entire scene where you basically, as Max Payne, had to walk. You were in a completely black room, and you just had to walk a trail of blood in order to get to your family. And then as you got closer to them, you would start to hear your baby crying. It was freaky as fuck.
All right, was anyone scared when they played Five Nights at Freddy for the first time?
As a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
I never played this.
I like to
Okay,
play
Five Nights at Freddy's.
I haven't
As
even
much as people
played it.
dog on it now,
It was a freaky fucking game for kids.
like even for adults, it's freaky. Like you
Same
gotta
with the
understand,
Slenderman
like
game.
the way that it was made. It's like it's a masterpiece of that kind of thing.
It's really simple too.
It's simple. The audio
Just
cues,
watching it.
the fact that you're alone and you cannot leave that room,